Number 10. Jeff Bezos. Now this is one Amazon package that you don't want to see. I'm talking, of course, about nudes from Jeff Bezos, who sent X-rated selfies and texts to his mistress while cheating on his wife of 25 years, Mackenzie Scott. Bezos sent pictures of his private parts and several shirtless photos, including one where he's wearing just a towel, to Lauren Sanchez, who was the former host of So You Think You Can Dance and wife of A-list talent agent Patrick Whitesell. The texts are bound to send a shiver up your spine. Bezos wrote, "I love you alive, girl. I will show you with my body and my lips and my eyes very soon. And I want to tuck you in slowly and I want to breathe you in. I want to hold you tight. I want to kiss your lips. I love you. I am in love with you." It was basically a huge profession of his love for her. He also wrote, "You make me better. You're meant for me. I know it more clearly than I've ever known anything." He reportedly told Sanchez that her energy and ideas and competence and spirit turn him on. But the leaked messages made the Amazon CEO the laughing stock of the internet and certainly had a role to play in his divorce, which was announced shortly after the story broke. Number 8. Pete Davidson. The drama between Kanye and Pete Davidson seemed to go on for ages. Ever since Pete started dating Kim Kardashian, Kanye has made his hatred for the couple widely known. This was all confirmed when texts between the two men were leaked by Dave Cyrus, a guest writer on SNL. Interestingly enough, Pete was actually hardcore defending Kim at the same time as trashing Kanye. He wrote, "Yo, it's Skeet. Can you please take a second and calm down? It's 8 AM and you don't gotta be like this. Kim is literally the best mother I've ever met. What she does for those kids is amazing and you are so effing lucky that she's your kid's mom. I've decided I'm not gonna let you treat us this way anymore and I'm done being quiet. Grow the F up." To which Kanye replied, "Oh, you're using profanity now. Where are you right now?" Then, proving himself to be a true comedian, Pete sent him a shirtless pic of himself in between the sheets and said, "In bed with your wife." The 28-year-old then started threatening him, saying, "I'm in LA for the day. If you want to stop being a little internet b-boy and talk, you don't scare me, bro. Your actions are so embarrassing. It's so sad to watch you ruin your legacy on the daily." Clearly, Pete had been pushed way over the edge.
Moving along to number 7, we have Jason Biggs. The American Pie actor is no stranger when it comes to pushing the envelope with his humor. I am pretty sure that that's what the American Pie franchise did with every single one of their movies and his character. That he has a very dry style of humor, so it might not be totally surprising to see some of his jokes are risky. Despite this fact, his fans could not get on board with one of his jokes when it came after a serious world disaster. In 2014, Malaysia Airlines Flight 17 went missing, and the search for it and its passengers became an international sensation and tragedy. Instead of sending condolences or offering any kind of help, the actor decided to make a joke about the trending topic, and he tweeted out, "Anyone want to buy my Malaysian Airlines frequent flyer miles?" His followers were furious and he started receiving tons of backlash, so he later issued an apology and deleted the tweet. And at number 6 is Mia Farrow. Apparently the actress finds her family pictures by Google searching them. And we only learned this after she tweeted a picture of her daughter, Quincy Farrow, when wishing her a 21st birthday on Twitter. The tweet seemed innocent enough at first, but then people noticed that she didn't crop out the search bar, which said, "Mia Farrow and her black children." People were quick to comment on it and couldn't fully understand why that would be what she searches for when looking for a picture of her daughter. After seeing people's reactions, she deleted the tweet and replaced it with a new one, which had the same exact picture, but the search bar was cropped out of that. She replied to some of the comments that people were writing and said that someone sent her that screenshot and she did not check it before posting it. Halfway through at number 5 is Ted Cruz. The Texas senator was asked for an explanation after his official Twitter account liked a pornographic tweet. Liking a tweet doesn't necessarily share it, but when he liked the tweet, it went to his verified profile where it shows the post that you've liked. Turns out he clicked like on a sexual GIF which was posted by a Twitter account called Sexual Posts. People were not impressed and began attacking him for the inappropriate content. His communications advisor, Catherine Frazier, tweeted out, "The offensive tweet posted on his account earlier has been removed by staff and reported to Twitter." That only added more confusion to everything because it wasn't posted to his account. He liked it. He ended up explaining that there's a number of people who have access to this account and someone must have accidentally hit the like button. We're here now at number 4 and we have Lena Dunham. The actress is known for her pet dog named Lambie because she's always been very open about their best friend type relationship. But in 2017, she wrote up a long Instagram post after deciding to give Lamy away to what she called an amazing professional facility in LA. In her long dramatic post, she said that Lamy suffered terrible abuse as a pup and he was dangerous to others in some environments. But then a spokesperson for Bark Shelter in Brooklyn, where Lamy was first adopted from, exposed the truth and said the dog did not have a history of abuse before going to her home. They said, "We checked the records for Lamy. He was surrendered, not enough time. We would have told her if the dog had issues. We don't lie about the dog's history." People online, including the shelter, were angry that in her post she was urging people to rehome their rescue pets rather than sending them back to the shelter system. The shelter claimed that it can actually be more dangerous to do it that way for both the new owners and the dog.
Number 3, Kim Kardashian. Kanye is officially back on social media after an extended break, and he has wasted no time in sharing a string of wild posts, hurling accusations against the whole Kardashian family, and Kim in particular. He shared private text messages that appeared to be between him and his ex-wife. One of the threads show a message from Kim, who was passing on a message from her mom Kris to stop mentioning her name in the media. Quote, "From my mom, please tell him to stop mentioning my name. I'm almost 67 years old and I don't always feel great, and this stresses me to no end." Kim also says, "Can you please stop?" To which Kanye just responds, "No." He seems to have really lost all patience when it comes to dealing with the Kardashians. He also wrote, "We need to talk in person. You don't have a say over my black children and where they go to school. Why do you get a say? Because you're half white?" In another message, Kanye also tells Kim that he wanted their children to be educated at his own Donda Academy rather than following her career and making sex tapes. He took one final dig at her and wrote, "Tell your Clinton friends to come get me, I'm here." Wow. Number 2, Charlie Sheen. In 2013, TMZ was able to obtain cringe-inducing screenshots of a text conversation between Charlie Sheen and teen moms Farrah Abraham. In the messages, Farrah enthusiastically asked Charlie out on a date, but it got a little creepy when she suggested that their kids could have a playdate at the same time. She wrote, "Hello, just wanted to say I was excited to meet you. I just felt like saying you're super funny and would love to meet you at some point. I'm in town a lot and hopefully soon we'll move into the area." Charlie replied saying, "Coffee is for amateurs and grandma. Would love to get together." But it only got worse from there, and Farrah came off as super obsessed. She texted him a literal paragraph saying, "Hey Charlie, I'm going to a birthday party. You can come if you're up for some drinks, but there will be adult film stars there, so if you're not comfortable with that, then let me know something else you would like to do." Charlie wrote back saying, "That is quite the spectrum to navigate, young lady." Not only did Farrah come off as pretty desperate, but when it seemed like Charlie wasn't interested in her, she decided to leak the entire conversation herself. And coming in at number 1, James Franco. The actor was caught trying to arrange a hotel hookup with an underage girl on Instagram. After meeting James at his Broadway show of Mice and Men, 17-year-old Scottish tourist Lucy Khloe decided to leak a private Instagram conversation with him, where he wrote, "Do you have a boyfriend?" And when she told him that she wasn't yet 18, James kept texting her asking, "Should I rent us a room?" Later, the 44-year-old told Howard Stern that he was just trying to meet somebody, but after the encounter went viral in an interview on ABC's Live with Kelly and Michael, 5 female students at his Studio 4 acting school in North Hollywood told the LA Times that James had taken advantage of his position in order to make predatory advances on them. 2 students eventually decided to sue him, and James ended up forking up over $2.2 million. This series of events left his reputation in shambles, and even Seth Rogen, his longtime collaborator and friend, dropped him, telling the Times of London that the scandal changed their relationship and that he had no plans to work with James in the future. Since 2019, the actor has not appeared on the big or small screen and appears to have stepped back from acting altogether.
Starting us off at number 10 is Shakira. Sometimes you don't have to write the initial tweet to end up in a controversy. Retweeting it can be just as bad, and Shakira is a prime example of a retweet gone wrong. During this COVID-19 pandemic, celebrities have come forward to use their platform and try and help out during this difficult time. But the singer received some backlash for retweeting false information out to her millions of followers. Believe it or not, there are some twisted people out there who are trying to use the pandemic as a way to get clout and gain more followers. People are faking their occupations and pretending to be healthcare workers to get noticed online. One man was pretending to be a doctor, and it's very obvious if you go to his page, but Shakira must have read the tweet without actually reading the full article and retweeted it. She was helping spread false information to her millions of followers, and people felt she should be more cautious during this time about what information she helped spread. Coming in next, number 9 is Adam Levine. He gave us the perfect example of speaking too soon after he slammed MTV on Twitter back in 2018. He came out swinging and defended Childish Gambino's music video for This Is America after he wasn't nominated for a VMA. Adam tweeted, "This year, Childish Gambino released one of the most impactful, thought-provoking, and intelligent videos ever made. I'm sure he doesn't care that he wasn't nominated for a VMA because he's cool as and everything, but I care because I'm not that cool. And I still want MTV to mean something again, but it won't ever. Okay, bye." That is quite the tweet there, Adam. But later on, he had to delete his tweet and post on Instagram because he was informed that Childish Gambino was nominated for 7 different VMA categories. Not 1, but 7. Adam did issue a public apology to MTV, saying he still hates them, but that he should have put his foot in his mouth. I don't understand why he hates MTV so much. Probably not someone you should hate when you're in the music industry. Sliding into the number 8 spot is Kirstie Alley. Back in 2018, the actress was branded as heartless after tweeting out a disrespectful tribute to Stephen Hawking just hours after his death. The iconic scientist passed away at 76 years old, and not long after the news broke, she tweeted out a so-called tribute, which people said was cruel and heartless. She shared a black and white photo of him and captioned it, "You had a good go at it. Thanks for your input." People quickly jumped on her and judged her for her choice of words and said she was passive-aggressive with her thoughts. One person pointed out that it seemed like she was giving his life a participation trophy basically, and said it couldn't have been more insulting. She later tweeted a response to someone else's tribute where she called Hawking one of the 3 funniest people on the planet and said he had a beautiful mind. So basically, she ignored her first tweet and just tried to make up for it with the second one.
At number 7, James Charles. YouTuber James Charles has faced backlash and scandal in the past, but things are getting a little more serious this time around, and it could mean the end of his career as he knows it. Over many years, James has faced allegations of having inappropriate relationships with fans under the age of 18, but this year, James is feeling more heat. As more fans have come forward about their encounters with James online, and people have been posting leaked messages online, James is now in the hottest water he has ever been in. As a result of the allegations against him, James has lost his hosting job of a makeup web series, Morphe Cosmetics has dropped him and his collaboration, and his channel has also been demonetized. Because of his behavior online, as well as other people leaking information about him, James has essentially destroyed his career and no one knows what's next for him. At number 6, David Dobrik. YouTuber and Viner David Dobrik has been caught in a massive scandal on the platform that has pretty much seen his career be destroyed on the internet. In recent weeks, David's popularity has fallen after some people have started to come forward with allegations of and bullying against David, as well as his other friends. Former members of David's YouTube friend group, the Vlog Squad, have come forward calling David out for bullying and creating a toxic environment, as well as orchestrating pranks that resulted in one friend getting a And recently, a former fan came forward naming a Vlog Squad member as a person who assaulted them while they were under the influence. And they also exposed David for filming that part of their alleged assault. On top of that, David has also been scrutinized for the part he played in the accident that his friend Jeff Wittick was in, where he almost lost his life. Because of everything he's been facing over the last few months, David has since lost all of his sponsors as well as the company that he recently started. Because of the people who've exposed him, David's online career is pretty much over. At number 5, J.K. Rowling. Harry Potter author J.K. Rowling came under fire last year over allegations of transphobia after she sent out a series of tweets that were seen as highly offensive to the trans community. JK spent some time last year speaking out on social media about her opinions and views on trans people, specifically trans women. Because of the massive backlash that JK got, it reflected badly on Warner Brothers, who have been in the business with the author for many years, making the Harry Potter films, as well as the current Fantastic Beasts franchise. The company issued a statement saying how they were responsible for fostering an inclusive community and culture, and even HBO started to sweat a little because they were newly in the business working with JK as they were set to start streaming the Harry Potter film. films. On top of that, Universal Parks also issued a statement ensuring guests that they house an inclusive culture, trying to distance themselves from the situation. Even though this all took place last year, this scandal is still affecting JK's career because after a possible Harry Potter HBO series was announced, it faced backlash because of its ties to the author. Her tweets have certainly affected her career greatly, and with this ongoing backlash against her, her career just might be over. At number 4, Letitia Wright. In early December last year, Letitia Wright, best known for her role of Shuri in Black Panther, came under fire after questioning the COVID-19 vaccines. On Twitter, Letitia shared a YouTube video from a series called On the Table, where the program's host questioned the efficacy and potential side effects of the drug. As a result, Letitia faced backlash online and was called an anti-vaxxer. Many people condemned her thoughts about the vaccine, saying how dangerous that mentality can be, especially with so many people divided on the subject of the virus. As a result, people were calling for the actress to be removed from the upcoming Black Panther sequel, and a lot of people felt as though her career would be over after this scandal. A lot of people are still mad about her tweet, but what do you think? Should she be canceled over this, or is her career really over like some people say it is?
In third place is Harry Styles. He's not usually the celebrity to end up in the middle of drama and online controversies, but he started to feel the heat after announcing his new merch was linked to the COVID-19 pandemic. On April 8th, his official label and promo account at HSHQ tweeted, "Stay home, stay safe, protect each other," now available in the official store. They tweeted a photo of a t-shirt with that slogan on it and announced the profits would be donated to the virus relief. People started to criticize his decision and began attacking his original tweet. While it's good that the profits are going to the relief, no denying that, people pointed out that he could give more money by simply donating to the fund rather than paying for the t-shirts to be made and all the shipping costs follow. On top of that, the people who are making the t-shirts won't be able to self-isolate at home if they have to work. Although fans normally love his merch, they just don't see it as a priority in this time. They also said it was wrong of him to ask people to spend money on a t-shirt during a time when a lot of people are financially struggling. Rolling into number 2 is Demi Lovato. Apparently, it is common for celebrities to have private Instagram accounts referred to as Finstas so they can express themselves without being scrutinized by their fans. It's almost like a catfish account in some way where they can hide their real identity. But recently, Demi has been exposed for allegedly having one of these accounts which has posted mean captions and images about Selena Gomez. It is no secret that the two of them have had on and off again feuds in their relationship, but they do seem to be in a better place as of right now. Account name goes by Trauma Queen Forever, and screenshots were posted online which showed pictures that slandered and bullied Selena. People are saying it's Demi behind the account and said that Demi's real life friends followed the accounts, and they wouldn't have for any reason if it didn't have to be Demi behind it. However, some people are saying that pictures from the account were photoshopped to kind of frame Demi, so it just depends on who you believe. Either way, the account has now been disabled since all of it came to surface, but there is currently a new trending hashtag Demi Lovato is over party. Taking over our number 1 spot is Tekashi 6ix9ine. He was recently released from jail early due to the coronavirus because he was at a higher risk with his asthma. But then he had to go and party apparently after his release and have it exposed all over social media. Video footage was taken at a party and posted online which showed some people smoking marijuana and drinking alcohol, but that wasn't really the problem. The reason that he was let out of jail was because of his heightened risk for COVID-19, but apparently people are saying he was in the videos and he was partying with a group of people, which shows that he's not following the social distancing restrictions. He might as well have just stayed in jail, to be honest. The judge has made an announcement saying that if he was in fact partying, it will cost him when it comes time to his sentencing.
At number 10, Nikita Dragun. This video is being brought to you on day 1 million of quarantine. I'm kidding, it hasn't really been that long, but if you've been in lockdown as long as we have, it's starting to feel like it. Though there are so many people trying to do their parts to get us through this pandemic, like staying inside and wearing a mask in public, others aren't doing much. We've seen a lot of celebrities and public figures getting caught breaking COVID regulations, and YouTuber/influencer Nikita Dragun seems to be one of those people. Not being COVID safe is a very unpopular thing, as going against guidelines will get you canceled, so when you throw a big party in the middle of a pandemic, you're bound to get backlash, and naturally when there's a party, there's people posting about it, and you're no doubt gonna get caught. Nikita Dragun recently faced backlash for having thrown a big crowded birthday party for her 25th, and the events of the birthday bash were documented by influencers on social media. According to the footage from the party, there was no social distancing and almost no one was wearing a mask. This isn't the first time Nikita has faced backlash for being unsafe during the pandemic, as she's been exposed online in other instances of not wearing a mask. At number 9, Khloe Kardashian. Now, I don't really think you could destroy a Kardashian career, because if they're still around after all of the drama and cancellations they've faced, I don't really think they're going anywhere, but that doesn't mean that social media can't have a significant impact on their lives. Recently, Khloe Kardashian found herself in a bit of a scandal after an unedited photo of her was accidentally posted to social media. The post was quickly circulated on the internet before being taken down, and Khloe has been trying to cover it all up since. Khloe takes her public image very seriously and says that she's insecure about that photo because of how she's portrayed, saying that she blames the internet and social media for the way she sees herself, as she always has to look perfect. She sort of sees this unedited photo as pretty damaging because people always see her as perfect, and straying from this could hurt her career. Now, I don't think she has anything to worry about, because it's nice to see her and other celebrities looking real, not photoshopped, but I guess that's what she wants her image to be, and you kind of have to respect her wishes. She's even so serious about blocking this image from people that she's saying that she has every right to issue a lawsuit in order to get it taken down from the internet. Now, before I carry on with this list, I'd like to ask you guys to consider leaving a like on this video, because it really does help support the channel and it means a lot to us. At number 8, Armie Hammer. This business with actor Armie Hammer is still pretty big and causes more and more damage to his career every day. He caused the year's first big Hollywood scandal after making headlines as some intimate DMs were leaked on social media, which showed Armie talking about his bedroom fantasies, and since then, a lot more information and allegations have come forward. The Instagram page House of Effie shared the leaked messages exposing some of their adult content, including messages showing Armie's desire to eat someone. Some people, like ex-partners of his, have come forward with their personal accounts of Armie's fantasies. But this isn't all that Armie's being scrutinized for. Armie has also been accused of on multiple accounts. Because of this huge scandal, Armie has been losing work from all sides. When the scandal first broke, he made the decision to back out of an upcoming film project alongside Jennifer Lopez, and he also dropped out of a series he was cast for Paramount+. He probably thought that if he laid low for a bit, this could all blow over, but it's actually had the opposite effect. He's been fired from a number of other projects as a result of the allegations against him, and he's also been dropped by his agent and personal publicist. I can't believe that this all happened because of a social media leak. If that doesn't show you the power of the internet, I don't know what does.
Number 7, Doja Cat. Doja Cat started beefing with Stranger Things star Noah Schnapp for revealing a private conversation in which the singer asked to be hooked up with his Stranger Things co-star Joseph Quinn. A screenshot of their exchange went viral after it was shared by Noah in a deleted TikTok, much to Doja's annoyance. The 26-year-old singer then went live on TikTok calling the 17-year-old's actions degrading, exploitative, and super embarrassing. She claimed that what he did was so unbelievably socially unaware and whack, even calling him a snake and saying that he shared information that she didn't feel comfortable with him sharing. So how did people respond to all the drama? Well, everyone was surprised just how hard Doja came down on the actor, given Noah's age and her history of flirting with celebrities online, because in previous tweets she openly expressed her attraction towards Joseph. People largely supported Noah in the feud, and although the two seem to be on much better terms now, the drama showed the public a completely different side of Doja. Number 6, Tiger Woods. In 2010, just as he was mending fences with his wife Ellen Nordegren and planning his golfing comeback, Tiger Woods' rehabilitation suffered another massive blow with the release of more than 100 text messages that he allegedly sent to his adult film star mistress. Jocelyn James claimed that she had a 3-year affair with the disgraced golfer and made their X-rated texts public, saying, "It's time to tell the truth about Tiger." The infamous messages were widely ridiculed in the headlines, especially with quotes like, "I would like to wear you out. I would treat you rough, throw you around, spank you and slap you and punish you for not seeing me anymore. Next time I see you, you better beg, and if you don't do it right, I will slap, spank, bite you till you say mercy." Yikes. But when Jocelyn exposed the messages, Tiger texted her, "Don't effing talk to me, you almost ruined my life. If my agent and these guys would have seen you there." Over the next few months, many more women came forward claiming to have slept with Woods during the 8 years that he was with Nordegren. He eventually caved to the immense backlash and issued a televised surprise statement in 2010, admitting to everything. But it was too late. His marriage was over and some of his biggest endorsements were pulled because of the scandal. Number 5. Charles and Camilla. Back in the 90s, one of the biggest scandals to rock the British royal family was when Prince Charles was caught having an affair with Camilla. The transcript of their phone sex was published on the front pages for days, and it was so controversial at the time because he was still married to Princess Diana and she was still married to Andrew Parker Bowles. The transcript reads like something out of a used bookstore romance novel. Charles told Camilla, "I fill up your tank. Oh god, I'd just like to live inside your trousers or something. It would be much easier." To which Camilla says, "What are you going to turn into, a pair of knickers?" And he says, "Or, God forbid, a Tampax. Just my luck." I mean, can you imagine if something like this got leaked out of the palace today? The internet would implode. The incident ultimately broke up Camilla's 20-year marriage and publicly humiliated her husband and children, and it's reportedly still a source of great shame to the Prince of Wales today. Charles and Diana's divorce would come only a few years later, and the Queen was actually the one who requested it. In fact, the leaked phone call is a part of the reason why the British public still despises Charles and Camilla to this day. Number 4. Florence Pugh and Shia LaBeouf. This one was really interesting. Despite their rumored feud, leaked texts between Florence Pugh and Shia LaBeouf showed that the two of them actually had no bad blood, or were at least very good at hiding it. The texts were leaked just days ago to a Tumblr account and were allegedly sent during the early production process of Don't Worry Darling, which shows the two actors interacting in a friendly manner. The texts appeared to show that Florence missed the first meet and greet and several subsequent rehearsals due to COVID-19 restrictions and other engagements. In late July of 2020, Florence reached out and asked Shia how rehearsals went, to which he responded, "Missed you." And then she texted him saying, "Just heard word about the shoot and don't know how I feel about it. Can we vent tomorrow?" She then expressed her concern over rumors that were circulating on set that she was uncomfortable around him. When Shia confronted her about it, she wrote, "That's sad. Where did you get me being scared of you from? Don't be silly. I'm so sorry that you feel that way." Finally, on the day that he quit the film, he texted Florence saying that there were bigger issues than just problems with the script. So it seems like they were cool with each other all along.
At number 3, Butch Hartman. If you were a fan of popular Nickelodeon shows like Fairly Odd Parents, Tough Puppy, and Danny Phantom, then you would know their creator, Butch Hartman. The artist was recently exposed online after Twitter users accused him of plagiarism. Butch has been doing commissioned drawings for fans for the last little while, and when completed, he sometimes posts them to social media to show off what he's been creating. This was his way of promoting his commissioned services, but recently one of his commissioned posts was used to expose the artist for plagiarism. After posting a drawing he did of Mikasa from Attack on Titan, one fan noticed that this drawing looked a little too similar until they realized that Butch had plagiarized his drawing from another artist. Butch profited off the stolen work of another artist and sold his piece for a pretty hefty price of $200. This scandal exposed even more dirt on Butch, as it was revealed that this wasn't the first time that Butch has been caught plagiarizing. All of this backlash came about after he posted a drawing, so had he not posted it, maybe the scandal would never have happened. Because of the scandal, Butch's comments have been flooded with angry fans asking him to take accountability, but he hasn't acknowledged it yet. At number 2, Gina Carano. One of the stars of the Disney Plus series The Mandalorian, Gina Carano was recently fired from the show after facing social media controversy. The actress faced backlash for many of her controversial tweets, some of which included messages like comparing being a Republican to being Jewish during World War II, making claims of voter fraud during the 2020 US election, as well as making anti-mask posts. Because of fans' outrage at Gina's social media presence, Disney was forced to cut ties with the actress, saying that they do not condone these ideals. Apparently, according to sources, Disney has been looking to cut ties with the actress for a while, so this latest social media scandal was the final straw for them, and they ended up letting her go. Other than Disney's criticisms of her tweets, fans have also condemned the actress since these ideas that she was sharing on social media angered a lot of people. This criticism could also impact her career, as her credibility and popularity have taken a nosedive. Not many people would want to support her after this scandal. Finally, at number 1, Winston Marshall. One tweet is all it took for Mumford & Sons musician Winston Marshall to face cancellation, ending his career. The musician came under fire recently after he was called out for praising a book that, quote, condemns the destructive rise of Antifa. The guitarist was booted from the band because of this backlash and said that he was going to use this time off to, quote, examine his blind spots. This all happened after he tweeted the author of the controversial book Unmasked inside Antifa's radical plan to destroy democracy, where he called him a brave man for publishing this and praised its content. This message of support angered a lot of people and resulted in him facing mass scrutiny from many of his fans. After facing this backlash, Marshall tweeted a series of apologies to everyone he offended, saying that he understands that people, including many of his bandmates, have been hurt by his comments, and also saying, quote, "For now, please know that I realize my endorsements have the potential to be viewed as approvals of hateful, divisive behavior. I apologize, as this was not my intention." Since he's been kicked out of the band, we don't yet know what's next for Winston, as his career could be over.